Hey there, tubers. Been a while, but we're gonna make a new video today on an old subject. For all of you that have been around and seen any of my videos, you've seen this machine, which me and my son built a bunch of years back now. We built it out of an old lawnmower chassis and a push-mower motor. It's got a hydrostat rear end. We'll get into that a little bit more in a second here. But today's project is we've had this thing forever. We've been riding it, romping it. It's been rolled and started and stopped, and we've done just about everything. Drove upside the trees with it and stuff. It's a pretty mean little machine. But anyways, it's got a 5-horse Briggs under the hood. Like I had said before, or a 4.5 or 4.75 push-mower motor. Though they name them just about any size, but they're basically all the exact same thing. But anyways, it's just tucked up underneath there. But it's been being a pain in the ass lately. It's always burned a little bit of oil. It's been a little smoky, no big deal. But lately it's been real hard to start. It wants to jerk you back on the pull rope bunch of times, and it's just been a pain in the butt. So luckily, and not many people would say luckily, their power washer blew up. But the other day my power washer blew up. I had same thing, had the lawnmower style engine on it. Little 4.75 horse, there's the motor there. But anyways, has that on it. And the pump blew up. Well, the motor's always been a champ. I actually own this one for brand new for a bunch of years now. And it's only ever been a power washer motor, so it's not got really romped too hard. But it starts like a champ every time. It's basically the exact same motor, minus this one has the tank that has the carburetor on it right on the motor. And the one that's on the Power Wheels had the carburetor with the tank off of it that we put about one on the body. But we're actually going to just take that out, and we'll leave the tank that's on this one on here. So we'll get into it in a second here, but I'll put you down for a second. We're going to go back outside. We'll pop the hood off of it and get access to the motor, pull the pulley off the bottom, get the motor out. It's literally 3 bolts. This one should plug and play right on there, but we're going to go over it. I'm going to kind of show you some things about it and maybe get you to go back and click on some of the older videos and have a new watch and throw a like at them and see what we can get. We're trying to get back into it a bit. We got some time with the pandemic and being home. So anyways, let's get at it. So back outside. So just before we tear it apart, we give you a little better look at it. So like I say, we've had this thing around for just about ever. It's literally the hydrostat rear end out of a small lawn tractor, which is great because I've got it hooked up with a little foot pedal, and basically when you take off in this thing, it's the hydrostat, right? So the harder you push on the pedal, the faster you go. When you let up, it stops. There's no brakes or nothing. It just automatically does it all in the hydrostat. The rear end did have a brake hub on it, but we've never used it because, like say, with the hydrostats, it pulls you to a stop anyways. And if you actually need to, you can reach down and pull back on the pedal and you get reverse. So that's great too. So like I say, it's just a little 4.5 or 5 horse Briggs & Stratton downshaft in there. Like I say, this one's got the gas tank that we had up on the body here. The other one's got it right on the motor, so we're just going to leave it there. But this front end pops off. Motor comes out, motor goes in, but we'll kind of pop in a couple times as we go, but we're going to get this front end off and we'll go from there. So I just got her up here. We popped the front end off. No big deal there, no surprises. Now when I built this thing, it actually worked out pretty good. I had this bigger pulley, I think it was off a lawnmower deck. And I want to say that these 2 holes were already here, or pretty close. Nope, they weren't there. I drilled those holes out. But basically all I did is underneath this pulley up on the bottom of the mower motor is the same piece that would have held the lawnmower blade. So I've left it on so it gives me my keyway, and it had these 2 lugs on it for the lawnmower blade. So literally I drilled the 2 lug holes in the bottom of the pulley and just bolted the pulley straight through its normal hole. So it actually worked out super good. It's been solid for, like I say, I don't know how many years that we haven't even bothered with it. Had to undo my handy dandy reversed steering link here. because when we first built it, it steered backwards, so we had to literally cross it. But as goofy as that piece looks, it's been solid for years. So, but anyways, we're gonna pop this pulley off. There's literally 2 bolts holding the motor on. We'll pop motor off, put the other one back on. We've seen there might be an interference situation with the gas tank and the throttle pedal or the shifter pedal. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. If we need to, we'll just switch the tanks back over to the other style and deal with it. So we'll get her off. So I got that pulley off, and you can see here where that's the original perch from the lawnmower blade. So hopefully, without a whole lot of beating up, we'll get that off of there. And slap it on the new motor, put it in, and be done with it. All right, so just like we said, it wasn't gonna be too much. We got the new motor on. They say bolts into the exact same spot. They're just both Pushmore motors. The adapter did come off the bottom of the other motor for me, thankfully. Literally slips right on. We'll put on the pulley, put the bolt through it, tighten her up, put the belt back on, and that part we're good to go. The gas tank, it seems like it's like there's some room, but I got some pretty big feet. I don't know, we'll see. I'm just literally gonna put it on and see if it works. If it works, it works. If not, then we'll rob the carburetor and the gas tank off the other motor and switch them out. So anyways, we'll back at her. Hey everybody, so through the magic of YouTube, it's 2 days later, 3 belts, 4 pulleys, and a little bit of pissing around off camera. But it should work now. So let's look at what we did. Once we got the new motor mounted up, it started up right away for us. We put the old belt that was on here on. It made it 10 feet across the yard. Now we knew before we even took it apart that the old belt was wore thin. I don't even know what it came off of. When we built this thing, it was literally like we found a belt that was pretty close and we made it work. So we never did have a size. It lasted for a long time, finally blew up, ripped off. So yeah, anyways, when we changed the motor, it just didn't quite fit no more. The pulley that we had, the way we had it actually had it rubbing together. They were going on one side to the other. So anyways, it turned out, because I literally I got like a 47, a 48, a 49, and a 50. And none of them fit. They were either too long or too short the way I had it, which I did have it. It came down in the belt, came on this side of the steering shaft, and this tensioner pulley was over here instead, and it was pulling this belt on this side. So, since I just can't find a belt that was working right, I wanted to rearrange it so that it would work with a belt that I could easily pick up at the local tractor supply company. So, belt's now on this side of the steering shaft, and so is the tensioner pulley. Tensioner pulleys move from up here to down here. The spring used to be over here and it pulled on it like quite a bit of different angle. It's now over here. But we got tension, it's tight, it's all lined up. The steering clears, the accelerator pedal clears again. So it took a little bit of monkeying around, but it's worth it because now I got a belt that I can go, if it blows up again, and just hit the tractor supply, and I can buy, and I'll have to mark it down because I'm pretty sure I put the 47-inch belt on it. So I have to mark down what I actually put on it so that it works. But anyways, we'll put her back down. We'll have a quick look. Oh, I think we need to blow up the tire again. I've had one tire that goes down every time. Oh yeah, and of course we just put the air hose away. But we'll get the tire blown up, we'll pump her up, and we'll go for a tour. Alright, so she's back together. Got the tires blown up. I threw some gas in it. See, we got the 4.75 Briggs in there. Fits in there perfect under the hood. Everything's great. I already give her a couple squirts with the prime. Hasn't been started today, so let's see what happens. But like I say, this was always a pretty good starting motor. got a kill switch this time, which last time not so much. But as you see, this little beast has always been so much fun. They say it's a straight up lawnmower chassis, lawnmower rear end, push mower motor. It totes me around my yard. Believe it or not, I fit in this thing, and so does my son. No problems. The little girls drive it, everybody drives it. That's why I wanted to get a new motor in her and have some fun. So there you have it, folks. We'll edit her out. It's gonna be one of the crappiest videos I ever made because it's all on my iPhone and whatever, but throw me a like. Have a look at the old videos. They're better than these ones. You had a shot and a little bit better then, but this was just getting her going again. But have a good one all.